Hello and welcome to the VCR podcast with me, Mike Trower. I'm here to help you on your video journey, giving you information, tips, advice and coaching to help push your video content to grow your business. And today we are talking about fight, flight and freeze and the recession that we're in. Hello everybody and thank you for joining me today. So we are now well into January 2023. It's the 20th. We kind of feel that we've got a feel for this recession that we're in. There's lots of businesses that they've cut costs where they can, and there's lots of businesses that are going to be soaring and flying. There's lots of different types of businesses at the moment that are really trying their hardest to survive and thrive and not go bankrupt in the recession. And I've seen big businesses crumble already. I want that to stop. Okay, so we're going to be talking about flight, fight, and freeze. And, it used to be flight or fright, flight and fright, fight and flight. It used to just be fight or flight, but it's fight, flight, and freeze these days. And I think that that's great because there are those three different types. And I'm going to go through those three different types of businesses that use content. So lots of businesses have cut costs where they can, including cutting hours down for VAs, virtual assistants, or just using the free version of Canva instead of the paid version of Canva, or getting rid of their paid video editing software to use a free video editing software. These people are in flight mode. So, the whole fight, flight, freeze, they're in flight. They're trying to run from the danger of the recession by keeping still, getting rid of some costs, and then hoping that puts more money into the business to help them last longer. Like if we cut costs, then it will come back to us, and then we can carry on surviving. Then there's I've noticed that other businesses are just keeping still. They're not doing anything to grow, but they're not doing anything to cut costs either. And these guys are in freeze mode. If they made loads of money last year and they don't want to mess things up too much, then that's their call. They don't want to change anything. So they made X money last year. They were X% over their target. So they're like, right, we beat last year's target. Let's keep last year's target the same. Let's do the same as we did last year. Let's just mimic the whole of last year. Don't remove anything. Don't buy anything. Don't invest in anything. Don't sack anybody. Let's not change anything. These guys are in freeze, right? What I've always wanted to do is fight. Even when I was making my first strategy in that homeless shelter that I was talking about yesterday, my content was more powerful. I posted twice as much and my messaging was absolutely on point. And I made sure that my messages were heard, my messaging was heard loud and clear. So there's different businesses. So let me just talk about one of the businesses near me which has recently gone bankrupt. Unfortunately, they decided not to pay, for whatever reason, they decided not to pay for some of their bills, their costs. And that's because probably that they didn't have the money. And because they didn't pay, they were then not allowed to use those suppliers anymore, which made it harder for them to get the stuff that they needed to continue with the level of service that they were putting out there, which was a high level of service. It was a very, very good business, a very much loved business. But unfortunately, they have now ceased their business after 12 years because they couldn't make it. They couldn't, they couldn't do what they needed to do to keep the cash coming through. It was very sad to see that this business had failed. I don't like the word failure, because I believe that everything is growth. Even if you fail, you are still taking lessons, and that's still growth. So the word failure probably doesn't work that well in most situations. But for this business, when it folded because of the recession, they had failed their strategy. They'd failed their mission. So what I like to make sure that we've got down is in the content strategy is how to produce enough content to make sure that we are seen by existing customers to resell to them, new customers to get in, and to appear to more people around us so that we can get more custom from everybody. We want to be seen as the expert in our field. We want to be better than our competition. If we can collaborate with our competition, then even better, because then it's not any competition. We are just all working together in our community. So, if we can do that, then it's absolutely all the better. But we've got to remember that we've got to fight in this recession. We've got to double up our content or more. I've gone from posting, a couple of times a day to 20, 25 plus times a day, just so I am seen. So to remind my followers that I am there, to make sure that they all know where I am, who I am, what I'm offering, that I can help. I'm reminding everybody that I am here for them. If you're in freeze mode, then you are not going to be doing anything different from last year. You are, everything might have worked well last year, which is great, but things change year on year. Every 6 months, every couple of months, things are changing. Things are getting different. The toys that we ordered for Christmas last year are not going to be the same sort of toys that we're going to be looking at this year. Things are changing. While I'm talking about toys and Christmas, I just want to say that this Christmas tree is here at the moment, and it's the 20th of January. This is because this was bulk recorded and filmed and edited in December. So that is why there is a Christmas tree there. I have purposely not changed my clothes in these videos just to show to you that it's all about the content that's delivered. If you're listening on the podcast, then you will see on the YouTube video that I'm still wearing the same clothes and there is a Christmas tree in the background. And that's because everything was bulk recorded. I'm not trying to show people that I'm not bulk recording. Bulk recording is good. Bulk recording is powerful. Bulk recording is a good part of your content strategy to make sure that you are fighting because you've dedicated the right time to make sure that all of that content is delivered. All the things that we want to talk about and help our audience with, we've planned, we've written titles for, and we've delivered to make sure that we are still fighting through this recession. We're trying our hardest to make sure that our content's seen by more people. So although we have a list of people that have bought from us before, what we're also trying to do is make sure that new people see us too. It's quite easy to sell to previous customers because they already trust us. We've already nurtured them. We're already on a good level with them. But now what we're trying to do is increase our customer base, our subscribers, our email list, the people that follow us. We're trying to increase everything everywhere so that we can sell to more people. The thing is, when we're selling, we have created a product or a service that we believe will help people. We know will help people, otherwise we wouldn't be selling it, because we're all about ethics here. We believe that we're going to sell something to somebody to help their life, to help their business, to help them personally, to help their growth. And we know that it will help them. So it's not about us trying to sell them, some new glasses or the latest phone. We're trying to help them with something that will genuinely help them increase their income or give them a better life. So while we're doing that, we need to make sure that the content that we produce is good enough or accurate enough in the right pillar, in the right messaging, to make sure that it's consumed in a healthy way, so that they then become a customer of ours, so we can help them with their mission. The more people we help, the more people we have in our circle, the more sales we get, the bigger our business grows. And the whole point of a recession is, from my perspective, is it gives more people the opportunity to start from nothing. So when you are in a recession, the business that you're working for as an employee closes, you now have an opportunity to create your own business. This is an opportunity to jump into a market and create something to help other people. There's not as much money being thrown around, but if you are selling something that will help someone, you will get their custom. If you're going to help somebody with something to do with their health or wealth, you will be able to help. If you're in freeze mode or if you're in flight mode, then you will need to start considering what you will need to do to make sure that you grow in this recession. You need to think about what you can create to make sure that you actually fight in this recession. Because let's just say that there's 10 people there's 10 businesses all in the same niche, right? You are one of them and you don't do anything to grow, but the other 9 do. You will be the one who's left behind. It will be like you're going backwards. So instead of it being the same as last year, it's going to be worse because everybody else is increasing their growth. They are getting bigger. They are increasing. They are being seen more on social media because they're doubling up on their content, and you'll be left behind. So you need to think about what you're going to do in this recession this year to grow your content, to be able to be seen by more people, to be more visible, and then to be able to create more income for your business. People need to see you to be able to buy from you. So that the first step is to think about your content strategy for the year. For more information, please hit the link in the show notes. Thank you very much for listening to this podcast. If you want to watch the video version, then you can head over to my YouTube channel where you can watch the video of this Flight, Fight and Freeze podcast there as well. You can subscribe as well and make sure you hit the link in the show notes to find out more about my content strategy day. If you want to subscribe, then please do. And if you are on YouTube, then hello, there's a little wave. You can hit the bell notification and you can get notified on all the other podcasts that I do as well. Thank you very much, and I will see you tomorrow in the next one. No, you won't. I'll see you on the 23rd, on Monday, on the next one. Take care. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.